So people ask me a lot, is there dope in prison? Is it, and if so, is it easy to get? And the answer is yes. It's there's a lot of dope in prison. You got to figure like most people that are incarcerated have some substance abuse issue of some kind in some way, shape, or form. If not, if they're not full blown addicts anyway, right? So where there's a will, there's a way. And not only that, but it's just if you or anyone you know has ever struggled with addiction, you would know that there's nothing on planet Earth that's going to stop an addict from getting his substance, right? And kind of the same thing when it comes to money. Like if there's money to be made, trust and believe that it's gonna happen, right? So um, as you can imagine, it's really big business in there. So a lot of the institutions that I was at, like Folsom Prison or CSP Solano, where I did most of my time, it was flooded. It was everywhere. Like in every housing unit. Like I mean, like in the housing unit I lived in, like 2 cells down, that dude sells heroin. 3 cells that way, that dude sells crystal. That guy over there sells everything. That dude over there sells weed. That guy over there makes pruno. I mean, it's just like drug fucking central, but it's really really expensive. It's like supply and demand, right? Like you have a huge demand for it, and the supply is a lot more restricted, because of the environment. The price is going to be super high, and it is. So I mean, these guys are making a shit ton of fucking money over this, right? Like I mean, they're fucking. So for example, in a prison where it's relatively like flooded, where there's a lot of dope, uh, a gram of heroin is going to go for like $200, maybe 150 for a player price. When on the streets, it goes for like 40, 50, or $60. So you can see the profit margin is just, and yeah, these guys are making a lot of money. And so for people that don't understand how that works, because inmates don't walk around with pocketfuls of cash, you know, um, how it works is usually whoever's selling it's going to have a contact on the streets, and so probably right now it's Cash App. They'll probably do like just Cash App me, $50 this that, $50 to this Cash App, $60 to that. Da, 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 da. Before Cash App, there was what was it, Green Dot? They would do green dots, or Western Unions or whatever. It just depends on who's selling it and how they want their money. But I mean, there's guys making a shit ton of fucking money in there. But on the same token, it's really easy to get caught. Like the cops aren't dumb in there. Like they see like 9,000 people go into this one cell all the time, different races. They always got someone on their door. You know, you got to kind of think about what you're doing, because it's like a police state. Like there's like everyone's in there for breaking the law, right? And everyone's in there. They have substance abuse problems, and they're not really known for being smart criminals. So like guys are getting caught all the time. So it's that whole criminal thinking thing, right? Like you want that fast money, and you want to be the man, and you want all this notoriety, and you want to be the big shot, and have all the fucking fancy shit, the newest shoes, and the fuck, who's got the dick measuring contest, all that. But I mean, like, it's never going to end anywhere good. Just like anything related to drugs or addiction, it never ends anywhere good. So I always tell people, if they're looking at becoming incarcerated, God forbid, stay away from it. And that's easier said than done, of course, because like prison is a really shitty place to be. So of course you're going to want to do something, anything to change the way you feel or to numb yourself to your environment. So it's really, really tough to stay away from. So I mean, like, if you could stay clean in there, then you can make it on the streets. I think some people think it's easier to stay clean in there. I don't agree with that, just because it's fucking everywhere. It's all over. It's all over the place. So um, and then I also wanted to kind of put it out there. People, like, you guys hearing this are probably thinking, well, where are the drugs coming from? Who's bringing it in? Right? It's the guards, and everyone wants to blame the guards. And I just want to be fair and put it out there. It's not the guards. Sometimes that does happen, yes, but like the majority of the dope coming in, it's not coming from the guards, and I'll tell you why. The prison guards in California are very well paid. They have like super nice, cushy salaries, nice, cushy benefit packages, nice, cushy pensions. They are not going to jeopardize their livelihood, and their family, and everything they have out there for an inmate, to bring some drugs in. It's just stupid. So it's really not the guards that bring it in. So I kind of wanted to put that out there for you guys. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's rare. Now, it is being brought in by other staff, right? Like maybe basically anyone that's not wearing a badge, like any type of like civilian free staff, we call them the culinary workers or the education or even medical. Those are usually would be more likely to bring it in. But not only that, the inmates themselves bring it in either like from other institutions or they get it through visiting somehow by real slick fucking exchanges. Because in prison you have contact visits. Like there's a big visiting room, and you can hug your family members and your girlfriend or whatever, sit next to them and share food. So it's there's guards that are in there watching everyone like a hawk. But if you're real slick, you can kind of get away with a little whoop de wop, and then usually the guys will just swallow balloons or somehow go into the bathroom and put it in their butt. So that's one of the bigger ways it gets brought in. Also comes through the mail sometimes. So like I said, where there's a will, there's a way, and so there's multiple routes for how it comes in, but it's just not really the guards that are bringing it in. So, but yeah, there's a lot of drug related problems in there. Most fights and stabbings and removals usually have something to do with drugs. Someone couldn't pay their debt, or someone was selling something they weren't supposed to, or didn't get clearance, or whatever. It's that. And on top of that, guys are getting caught by the guards are catching them with shit. They're picking up new cases, going to the hole, all that shit. So yeah, it's just it's just trouble. So you guys have a good one. Be safe, and I will see you on the next video.